The brain upgrade you didn't know you needed. Let's be honest for a second. Your brain is lazy. Not because you're lazy, but because it's brilliant. Its entire job for thousands of years has been to become as efficient as possible. It creates shortcuts, runs on autopilot, and follows the path of least resistance to save energy. It's why you can drive home and not remember the journey, or why you walk into a room and completely forget why you're there. But what if that efficiency is actually holding you back? What if the secret to boosting your brain power isn't about learning more, but about breaking the patterns your brain loves so much? Welcome to the official system update for your mind. Today, we're not just doing some fun brain exercises. We are going to intentionally glitch the system, force a hard reset on your autopilot, and install some powerful new software that will leave you sharper, faster, and more focused. Forget those boring breathing apps or the meditation sessions you keep skipping. This is an active workout. And for those of you thinking, my mind is already pretty sharp, I love the confidence. But let's see if we can push your operating system into overdrive. Ready for your first diagnostic test? Our first exercise is a classic cognitive stress test called the Schult table. It looks simple, but its job is to fight your brain's natural desire to scan chaotically. It forces you to expand your peripheral vision and process information systematically. In other words, it's the ultimate antidote to a scattered mind. On the screen, you're about to see a grid with numbers from 1 to 25, all mixed up. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to find every number in order from 1 to 25. The trick is to fix your gaze on the number in the center and use your peripheral vision to find the others. You have 30 seconds. This is going to feel like trying to find your car keys when you're already 10 minutes late. It's supposed to. Let's engage that chaos. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. How did you do? Did you get to 25? If you found yourself frantically searching and your eyes darting everywhere, that's perfectly normal. That's your brain on autopilot. With practice, this single exercise dramatically enhances your information processing speed. You can find these tables online or in brain training apps. A few rounds of this a day is like taking your brain to the gym for a high-intensity interval session. That first exercise was about managing scattered information. But what happens when the information itself is conflicting? Your brain loves to make quick connections. For example, when you see the letters R-E-D, your brain instantly thinks of the color red. But what if we mess with that? This next challenge is a classic psychological test known as the Stroop effect. It's a beautiful demonstration of the interference that happens between the two hemispheres of your brain. It creates a sort of mental traffic jam that forces your brain to work harder to clear it. Here's the task. You will see a list of words on the screen. All you have to do is say the color of the ink the word is written in out loud. Do not read the word itself. For example, if the word green is written in a yellow font, you must say yellow. Sounds easy, right? Let's find out. Take a deep breath. You're going to need it. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Did you feel that little glitch in your brain? That moment of hesitation? That is your brain's analytical side and its automatic intuitive side fighting for control. Regularly practicing this exercise strengthens your focus and your brain's executive function, which is ability to manage conflicting information and tune out distractions. It's an incredible workout for multitasking and concentration. All right, our brain is warmed up. Now it's time to take away one of its most important tools, sight. We perform thousands of actions every day on complete autopilot. Brushing our teeth, typing on our phones, walking to the fridge. Your brain doesn't have to think about it. This exercise is designed to wake it up.
The task is to complete a simple, familiar task with your eyes closed. This sensory deprivation forces your brain to build and access a mental map. It activates your spatial memory and sharpens your sense of touch and recall. So let's try it right now. I want you to pause the video in a moment, close your eyes, and type your name in the comments section below. No peeking. Let's see how much your muscle memory has been paying attention. You can also try writing your name on a piece of paper, or even drawing simple shapes like a circle or a square. Doing this for just a minute or two each day keeps your brain active and prevents it from getting too comfortable with its daily routines. It's the mental equivalent of taking a different route home from work. It builds new neural pathways, which is just a fancy way of saying it stops your brain from taking the same old boring highway it takes every single day. So far, we've focused on visual and spatial challenges. Now, let's get physical and work on the connection between your brain and your body. The left side of your brain controls the right side of your body, and the right side of your brain controls the left. This next exercise forces both hemispheres to communicate and coordinate in a way they normally don't. Here's what I want you to do. Make a peace sign with your right hand. Now with your left hand, make an OK sign. Got it? Okay, now switch them. Your left hand makes the peace sign, and your right hand makes the OK sign. Now try to switch back and forth. Let's try to do it 5 times in a row within 10 seconds. This is harder than it looks. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. How did that feel? A little clumsy? That's the feeling of your brain building a new bridge between its two sides. This simple movement improves dexterity and strengthens the neural connections responsible for motor skills. It's proof that you don't need complicated equipment to give your brain a powerful upgrade. Sometimes, all you need is your own 2 hands. And speaking of hands, we're about to put them to work in a way that will challenge everything you think you know about your daily routine. And that's coming up right after this. All right, let's talk about your hands. Specifically, the one you've been neglecting your entire life, your non-dominant hand. For most of us, that's our left hand. It just sort of hangs out, assists a little, and lets the dominant hand do all the heroic work like writing, eating, and most importantly, scrolling. This next exercise is simple, powerful, and will feel incredibly weird. For the next 24 hours, I challenge you to use your non-dominant hand for as many simple tasks as possible. Brush your teeth with it. Use your computer mouse with it. Try to eat your cereal with it, though maybe have a napkin ready for that one. Every time you do this, you are forcing your brain to build a brand new neural connection. It's like paving a new road where there was only a dense forest before. This simple switch strengthens the link between your mind and body and is one of the most effective ways to promote neuroplasticity, which is your brain's ability to reorganize itself and adapt. And hey, if you're enjoying this video, why not try giving it a like with that non-dominant hand? Consider it your first official rep. Now, we've talked about physical and mental coordination, but we need to address the elephant in the room, brain games. We often hear that video games are addictive and a waste of time. On the other hand, the App Store is flooded with games promising to make you a genius overnight. So, what's the truth? The truth is, the type of game matters a lot. Mindlessly matching colorful candies for hours on end might keep you entertained, but it's the mental equivalent of eating junk food. It feels good, but it provides 0 nutritional value for your brain. Your brain gets lazy because the pattern is simple and repetitive.
Real brain training comes from games that force you to think strategically and adapt. We're talking about classics like chess, which demands foresight and planning, Sudoku, which requires logic and pattern recognition, even complex riddles or word scrambles that force you to look at problems from different angles. These aren't just distractions, they are structured workouts. Websites like Lumosity or even the New York Times Games section offer a variety of challenges designed to test different cognitive skills. So the takeaway isn't to play more games, it's to play smarter games. Ditch the candy and pick up a chessboard. Your brain will thank you. This leads us to our next and perhaps most important modern challenge, our dependence on technology. Think about it. When was the last time you memorized a new phone number or did a simple calculation without pulling out your phone? When was the last time you navigated to a new place without a GPS telling you where to turn? Technology is an incredible tool that makes our lives easier, but the convenience comes at a cost. By outsourcing these small mental tasks, we are depriving our brain of the daily micro-workouts it needs to stay in shape. Our memory is a muscle. If you stop using it, it weakens. So the exercise here is to practice small acts of mental independence. The next time you go to the grocery store with a short list, try to memorize it instead of writing it down. The next time someone gives you their phone number, repeat it to yourself a few times and try to lock it in before saving it. Instead of immediately making a list for your daily tasks, challenge yourself to remember the top 3 things you need to do. This isn't about abandoning technology entirely. It's about making your memory your first tool, not your last resort. And that brings us to our final and most powerful exercise. We've talked about focus, coordination, and memory. Now let's tie it all together with a technique that leverages the very foundation of how the human brain is wired to learn. Our brains don't remember random facts very well. They remember stories. A story has emotion, sequence, and characters. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. So the ultimate brain hack is to turn boring information into an interesting story. Let's say you need to remember a short shopping list: eggs, bread, milk, and bananas. You could repeat it over and over. Or you could create a ridiculous mental movie. Picture this. You open your front door and a giant banana is standing there. You push past it and you slip because the entire floor is flooded with milk. You wade through the milk into your living room where you see 2 giant slices of bread wrestling each other on your sofa. And on top of your TV, a chicken is proudly laying a dozen eggs. It's absurd, it's ridiculous, and you will never, ever forget it. This is called the story method. You can use it for anything from grocery lists to presentation key points to names of people you meet. By turning data into a narrative, you are engaging your brain's creative and logical centers simultaneously, creating a memory that is rich, detailed, and almost impossible to forget. So, there you have it. 8 simple exercises to break your brain's autopilot, forge new neural pathways, and unlock a level of focus and power you might not have known you had. This isn't about becoming a genius overnight. It's about committing to an active, intentional workout for your mind. Which of these exercises are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments below, especially if you managed to type it with your eyes closed. If you found this mental upgrade helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next system update. Until then, stay curious.